everybody compares. If we're being honest, even till today, I can go on Instagram and see someone maybe posting a nice, someone has done a nicer UX resource hub than me, and say, I want to be, fighting against yourself. You're not really fighting against anybody. Try to make mistakes. It's okay. You can make mistakes. It's okay. Nobody died for making mistakes. It's for making mistakes that you become a better person, a better designer. Post your work out there. Because from the posting of your work out there, you will gain corrections, right? You would be visible. Hello everybody. My name is Jennifer Uzoamaka Daniel. I am a product designer and also the founder of UXResourceHub.com. And you are listening to The Spotlight.
Hello and welcome back to another enlightening episode of The Spotlight. This podcast is for curious minds and aspiring innovators who are leading the charge in the research revolution. We dive deep to discuss inspiring, informative and offbeat conversations on product research and strategy. My name is Iwalola Shobowale and I am a product research and strategy lead at a leading technology company in Nigeria. Today we have the privilege of hosting a remarkable individual whose journey through design and innovation is leaving a mark on the industry. Join me in welcoming Jennifer Daniel, a UX designer and creator of UX Resource Hub. Welcome, Jennifer.
God, I beg you. Who are they praising like this? Is this me?
You have so you don't know that. Well, anyway, let me finish all the praise I want to give you. In fact, it's not even praise. I'm literally just reading everything you have done, right?
You are. All right.
Okay. So Jennifer has a very diverse background of experiences, including being a co-founder at Railway and Subway Africa. Jennifer has demonstrated her prowess in design thinking, product design, and strategic thinking. Her journey reflects not just professional success, but a deep commitment to empowering others in their own creative pursuits. In this episode, we will delve into Jennifer's insights on a variety of topics that resonate with designers and innovators alike. From imposter syndrome and maintaining a healthy work-life balance to the often daunting trap of comparison, Jennifer's unique perspective promises to enlighten and inspire us all. So, whether you are a seasoned designer that's trying to navigate the intricacies of your career or an aspiring innovator eager to embrace the design world, this conversation holds nuggets of wisdom that will undoubtedly shape your journey. Let's give another warm welcome to Jennifer. Jennifer, I hope you now believe. I hope you now believe everything that I've said about you. Is it not the imposter syndrome I want to talk about today?
I feel like a superstar right now. I won't even lie. It's not imposter syndrome actually. It's just me. Hey, I'm too humble. It's meekness. Don't worry.
All right. She says she's meek. Oh my God, awesome. Okay, so first of all, we'll do the icebreaker, Jennifer.
All right.
This or
Let's
that.
break some ice.
Yes, this or that. I'll ask you a few questions, where you have to pick an option and then you basically tell me which one you prefer. Okay. So first, dark mode or light mode?
Dark mode, definitely, 100%.
Okay. Designing for web or mobile?
Mobile.
Why? Is it not harder?
It's not harder. I mean, for web, it's like a very large screen and stuff like that. So you have to chunk a lot of things in. Although it has its own, there are limitations and there are advantages to it in the sense that you can actually play around with elements and stuff like that. But for mobile, you have to squeeze everything in. But me, I don't know, just preference. I love designing for mobile.
Okay.
There are a lot of things that, especially designing for mobile applications, there are a lot of things that I can also explore that I probably wouldn't do when I'm designing for web. Although I've been designing for web a lot this period. If I had everything safe. I mean, as a designer, you should know how to design for everything.
Yeah. And POS. And ATM
honestly,
screen.
I designed for POS one time. I'm not even joking. That's when I knew, this design work we are doing. You can design for anything. Yeah, actually.
airplane screen itself. Imagine how weird that one would be,
No.
designing for an
So
airplane
I
screen.
think as no, the thing is, like as if you go to product school and start learning airplane screens and everything. I feel like as you come, as you like grow and everything, right? You just have to touch different aspects of like the design. Design. I don't know if I should call it frames or like
Okay.
you just grow and understand. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is how this. If I'm designing for this screen, just like after probably going to product school, after going to school, like your own self-directed learning
Yeah.
on its own, yeah, something like that, yeah.
That makes sense anyway. You can't actually prepare for everything when you jam it in real
I
life,
swear.
right? So okay, the next one, sketching or wireframing.
Wireframing, obviously. I can't,
Seriously.
I can't. So like lo-fi, yeah. I mean lo-fi before I start my hi-fi. I can't sketch to save my life. I wish I could, but I feel like
Can you
sketching
draw
is
a
really
fish?
amazing. I think I can draw a fish, but
And
the
it will
fish
look
is
like
going to
a
look
fish.
like you just moved it from the water. So I can sketching is really very important though in design, because I mean when you're sketching you don't really take note of okay, should I put icons here, should I put this color, it's like you're looking at more functionality when you're sketching and every other thing. Yeah, so sketching is really nice, but obviously I'll go for wireframing.
Yeah.
Because I mean fast work, they'll
Well,
give
it's
you
fast for you.
fast
It's fast for
timeline,
you
give you
now.
something in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah,
yeah,
makes sense. Okay, serif or sans serif font?
sans serif, I don't know why,
Okay.
but I just prefer that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hand drawn icons or vector icons?
I don't think I have a preference,
Okay.
really. I don't think I have a preference. But if you mean hand drawing by myself or more, it's not easy. It's not easy. But then I don't think I have a preference, because sometimes like you want to make some icons unique. Yeah, exactly. So I don't really have a preference.
Okay, what about 3D or flat icons?
3D.
Okay.
No, I'm a 3D person. No,
Okay.
I swear, no, I'm a 3D person. I love 3D icons a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gradient or solid background?
Gradients. All these NFT people. All these. Yeah, so I love gradients. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, when I thought I was a designer, God, the thing showed me Pepe. I could not. I just never. As in, I couldn't just ever replicate gradient backgrounds.
Right.
The one
I think that is not easy, Sha. Let's be honest.
The one that almost finished me is that. Do you remember when glass morphism was a trend?
I learned that thing. I learned how to do a Wema bank card with that. But then I think, like, don't stress, don't punish yourself. Really, like when the time comes that you need to learn, when you need to use it, I think you can go on YouTube and just learn. Doesn't make you feel like, oh, you don't know anything or something like that. Doesn't make you feel like, because I don't know, maybe someone is doing glass morphic design and stuff like that. Feel like this one I don't know this. Doesn't mean that you're not a good designer.
Yeah.
Good design is like mostly really based on design thinking a lot. You get, but a lot of UI, good UI do, but yeah, true. But like, what's your design thinking pattern like before you like, start fleshing out designs? Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Okay, so in my mind, I can still tell myself who I'm a.
I a researcher. Do you know how amazing that is?
I said I want to be a designer. You're telling me.
No, let's switch for like, if I know you have your knowledge, let's just switch, because then research is actually really nice.
It is,
awesome.
it's interesting. It is. Okay, we're almost done. Adobe Creative Suite or Figma?
Figma.
Okay.
But if you say creative suits is like,
okay, Adobe
large.
XD. Okay, not the whole creative. Adobe XD.
I can't even remember using Adobe XD. I can't remember using that. I think I'm always strictly Figma. Figma is amazing.
Yeah. Okay, minimalist or maximalist design?
Oh, I'm a minimalist for life.
Nice.
Definitely a minimalist.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Should I give you one weird one?
Weird. Please bring it on. We are ready.
Okay, maybe not weird, child. Okay. Do you go for symmetry or asymmetry in your designs? So you know how but maybe everything is centralized. Then one thing will just be going to like right. So that's asymmetric. So I think this is more of a thing in graphic design. They kind of like make things look. So for me, I prefer symmetry.
Yeah.
Some people can make asymmetry look good, but the thing is like mind-boggling to me. I'm like, can you just make everything either left aligned or right aligned?
I understand. I get what.
Or maybe one icon will be very big and another will be very small. Then they will not say it's a style. I'm like, please.
A lot of people, like you said, a lot of people like playing around. So I think it depends. So like now, when you're designing for, let's say an solar energy company, and stuff like that, there's a kind of pattern of design that you should actually flesh out. You get, it can be that maybe you want to be modernized and play around it, but if you're designing for like maybe an advert company, an advertising agency, or like you're designing for a creative studio, those kind of thing work. You do understand? But if you're designing for like fintech, why you want somebody to see your product that you want somebody to buy and sell? You're not designing.
True,
do you understand? Exactly. So like your city is more important.
Space, you can
play around it. Maybe you want to your portfolio or something like that. Exactly. So you can now play around. That's what that makes now look. Oh my god, this guy is doing something nice.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Speaking of portfolios, right, Jennifer? How hard is it to make a portfolio as a designer? Because I've noticed a lot of designers are always running away from that thing.
No, it's not easy, especially when you don't even know. The thing is, you're not seeing from the hiring manager's perspective. You don't even know which one is better. Either it's Behance or it's Webflow or it's Figma prototype. You will see somebody that is working in Google and you see that the portfolio was one Figma prototype that
some people is PDF. Some people is
exactly. But I think that I feel like there are a lot of things that people need to understand that most hiring managers are probably looking out for. It may not really be where you're hosting it. Do you get? I think my own limitation with Figma prototype is that sometimes on their system will it load fast. They have like
other multiple always load fast.
Exactly. But then if you're using like I'm not against Figma prototype. I obviously use Figma prototype as well. Regardless, because I mean it makes you explore. Imagine if you load fast and you can do like a lot of prototype, a lot of interaction, micro interaction and stuff. You know, okay, this person is detailed, but then most of what you want to see is, okay, how is this person solving problem? They want to see like your most important work first. You can't put because your UI is nice, you're thinking it's UI. There's a way hiring managers categorize designers. Do you understand? If you're looking for a senior designer, the kind of portfolio you share to them will determine whether this person is a senior or this person is actually a junior trying to get
masquerade.
Exactly. Like what kind of websites again you have?
But that's actually an issue. I wonder why Figma prototypes still take so long to load. Like I'm sure it's an engineering issue, but
I think it got worse. I don't know why it got worse. But I think maybe because of the new features, it just got worse. Figma hangs in fact these days.
It needs to be improved. But then I think that thing you said, right? Imagine as a hiring manager or an HR person, I'm trying to recruit, and I have to wait like 100 years for if who can move on to the next person.
Exactly.
I think that's probably why some people do PDFs. So maybe they will just put some work on PDFs, and then you can now go and look at more on their Figma.
What can help is your resume.
Okay.
Your resume can help as well and make the person more interested to like look at what you have on your portfolio.
Okay.
I mean, if your resume, if like you have like you're telling them that okay, you've studied this a lot of things, you've worked at Google, you worked at Meta, you worked at a lot of
you've worked on.
Things you've worked on, like your mentorship, they'll be interested in knowing who is this person, I want to see what this person has done. Exactly. So even if you're putting more effort on your portfolio, also put more effort on your resume, because that's like the first approach. That's what they see first.
Very true. So okay, would you mind linking your portfolio to this episode of the podcast? I'm looking at your face and you're like, because do you know there are people that don't know where to start from?
Okay, so the portfolio I'm going to link is even probably a portfolio that I'm trying to build a new portfolio, because I am a Webflow designer as well, so I'm trying to like move my portfolio from Figma to Webflow. But regardless, I can still put it down there. It doesn't matter. I mean,
or you can also share maybe like 2 portfolios you've seen that you think are amazing.
Okay, fair. I think fair enough. I can.
But we also want to see your own shot. But before we see your portfolio, could you introduce yourself, please? I feel like I didn't even give you a chance to introduce yourself.
Oh, are you serious? I thought I introduced myself.
No, I mean, say your name. But tell us, who are you, Gogo?
I think I even said a lot before introducing myself. Okay, so my name is Jennifer Daniel. Uzoamaka. I prefer being called Uzoamaka, but a lot of people don't know this. Because a lot of people call me Uzoamaka. And I think I like that. I prefer that. But yeah, anyone, Jen Uzoamaka is fine by me.
She said fine. I love that.
Exactly, it's fine by me. Exactly. Yeah. So What do I do? Who am I?
Hey,
You confused me already now.
no. Introduce yourself in your own words.
In my
Tell
own
us
words.
who you are. Like what's like
I'm a
maybe.
very humble girl.
Don't be humble. Now you start to be
I'm very humble girl. I
proud.
like money.
Thank you.
Okay, so guys, my name is Jennifer Daniel. My name is Jennifer Uzoamaka Daniel. Preferred being called Uzoamaka or Jen Jen. I am a product designer. I currently work as a product designer for a very one of Nigeria's leading financial technology. I was formerly a product design lead. Okay. What else? What else? I have a blockchain certificate from Binance.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. I started Web3, but well, it's not like an easy technology. And I think when when the crypto thing went down and everything, it just really the whole technology thing just, I think it subsided and everything. But then there's still money there, even though. What else about me? I am the founder of one of its kind. I always like to call it one of its kind. UX Resource Hub, where you are UX designer and product designers can actually learn. Design for free. So I get a lot of designers not even know where to start from, and I had to settle down for months. I learned a new software and built it on that software so that I can put down videos that are very simple to understand for different aspects in design, UX writing, UX research, information technology, and all the rest. So I had to do that, and I created the website. The tractions, the metrics were amazing in the first 7 days that I got, and I got a lot of feedbacks as well in the first week. I'm still getting feedback still now. There's someone I'm actually mentoring, and she's using the website to learn, and she said that it has really helped her, like than all the other ones that she has actually been learning with. So yeah, that's basically me. Really, there's nothing really special.
What do you mean there's nothing special? If your mommy hears that, will she be happy?
Okay, not like there's nothing special. I'm special, obviously. Like I'm a very special being. Well, there's nothing really. When people want to hear, maybe they want to hear
something at Google.
They don't see how suffered. I suffered. I went to this thing and then I came.
You don't have to suffer.
Exactly.
Nigerians like that suffering story.
Exactly. For me. Not like exactly, but not like
you didn't put in the effort, right?
I put in the effort too.
You say you had to learn a whole new software.
I learned a new software just to
put out that resource hub.
Put out that resource hub for people.
But that's amazing, because I realized that's one of the issues with trying to learn design now. Either you go to a design school, or if you're trying to learn yourself, there are so many resources out there.
So many.
Where do you even start from?
So what I did was, I realized that a lot of designers, a lot of it could be senior intermediates, right? A lot of people have been putting out resources. Most of them put out on Notion. How many people know how to use Notion? How many people, before you go to Notion, they'll first redirect you maybe something, and then you have to be clicking and going and going and going, you're coming back to the file again, going to the Notion file again and stuff like that, and it's not really interesting. So I had to make something like visual, something quite interesting. So what I did as well was, I have a friend called Fisayo. Two of us actually sat down together and really fleshed out a study planner as well. So that as the study planner helps them to schedule and plan their study when they're using the website. Do you understand? So that would help them study plan. Okay, this is what I need to learn today and blah blah blah. Exactly. So I just had to do it like a visual form so that it's more understandable. And so I made sure I put videos that are very simple, not really long videos, videos that are quite simple to understand, that you will pick it up quickly. So that's how I did.
That makes a lot of sense. So do you want to say the website link so that people can?
Okay, so the name of the website is uxresourcehub.com. That's uxresourcehub.com. uxresourcehub.com.
Awesome. So can you tell us about a particular moment or something that kind of shaped your career towards this today?
A particular moment that
is there a particular moment, or do you think it's just a part, maybe a path, or
I was about to say that. I was about to say that. So I can't really say that there is a particular moment that shaped my path, but what I can say is every single journey that I've been on, I feel like at every point in time, I just realize, oh, I don't really know this. I think I need to learn this. You meet some people, trust me, and if you have low self esteem, you will feel like you don't know anything at all. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to challenge yourself that, okay, if this person can know this, if this person can tackle challenges, if this person can be this way, how can I get to that point, right? So I feel like everything for me has been like growth for me. Like there was no epiphany, or I don't know if I should call it an epiphany, or there was no big break, or there was no this thing for me.
There
So
was no like big bang that, oh
exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
now
It
I
was
have
just
to.
like a journey, and I feel like at the end of the day, I'll keep growing because there are a lot of things I still don't know next week. Exactly, that I still have to know. To get the lot of books I'll read, the lot of podcasts I'll listen to, like people will listen to this podcast, people will listen to your podcast next week and realize they don't know they really missed out on some things. Do you understand? And maybe we'll get new informations and stuff like that.
So what you just said basically encapsulates something I always say, right? Curiosity. That's like one of the key things you need to have
Yeah.
as a person in general, but
Exactly.
especially in user experience. You need to have that curiosity.
Yeah.
You will never stop learning.
Exactly.
You
You
will
would
never
never
stop
stop
learning.
learning.
And actually, I saw, designer babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she posted something recently that basically said that's one of the key things she's learned as well. That you need to realize that there's no you're not gotten to genius
You're
level
not
of
a big
anything,
person.
right?
You're not that.
You always have to have that learning
Yeah.
mindset. I love that.
Exactly.
So you mentioned books you read and podcasts. Do you want to tell us some of the podcasts you listen to, books you read, or who you follow on YouTube?
One podcast I listen to, the Spotlight. I even
yeah.
had to rate it 5.
Are you serious? Yeah,
I
thank you
think I
so much.
listened to work therapy.
Oh,
It wasn't
nice.
bad.
Okay.
There's a post. So one thing I do is I post on Instagram as well.
Okay.
I post content for people. I just share like knowledge, inspirations for people to actually like get a hang of like UX design and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I think one of the posts I scheduled for like next week or so is like podcasts that people can listen to. So I posted a bunch of podcasts that they can listen to. So maybe they can always refer
to that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll put the link to your Instagram page in the show notes then. Awesome. So what would you say are like your top 3 achievements that stand out to you the most?
Okay, so the first one, I'll definitely say my UX resource. Being able to like, I feel like I've helped a lot of people. When I was starting, it was kind of, I know everybody wants to hear this sad story. When I was starting, it was kind of, it was one of like my darkest moments in my like entire life. It was very dark for me. And I feel like that was when I just found design.
Okay.
I would not say design brought a form of light, but it helped me a lot. And I felt like I'm a Christian, I'm a church baby. So I felt like God was like really directing me in that, path, right? I felt like that was like God directing me in that path. So me being able to like help a lot of people with my website. Yes, I know that I'm spending money on the website, fair enough, but I feel like that's like one big achievement for me getting feedbacks every day. Imagine I wake up to feedback. I have a lot of feedback. I think I have like almost over 100 feedbacks from that website, and it's like I think I'm only allowed to get like 500. So it's like 400
okay, because of your plan.
exactly. So I think I have like over 100, and I think in the first 7 days, first in the first 14 days, I had like, I think altogether 7,000 users, like a lot.
Wow.
They were a lot. In fact, the first 7 days was like 5K, almost 5K users. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Like I was like, people really need this thing.
Well, like, you basically really have to a needs that they had.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the first. The second one is obviously my blockchain certification. I really appreciate that. I have a blockchain certification. The third one, I would say, I don't know, being able to maybe I feel like where people I meet right now, being able to like gain knowledge from them. I feel like if I had not met these people that like I'm working with and stuff like that, I'll probably not be able to like, get a lot of things. Yes, I see, sometimes you just see from other people, you see where you're lacking, and I think like when you try to like work on yourself is like one of your biggest achievement that you can ever do for yourself. Exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. So basically, everyone should check out UX Resource Hub if they haven't already.
Yeah.
UXResourcehub.com. And then you said also, like, working on yourself, the path to growing,
Yeah.
right? That's something
Mm-hmm.
you feel accomplished about.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Awesome. So apart from like these accomplishments, right, what would you say have been like the biggest challenges for you getting to where you are today?
Mm. Um, Getting to where I am today,
Mm-hmm.
that's like another approach. Getting to where I am, biggest challenge. Getting to where I am. Um, I would say, to be honest, um, me being sometimes you just have like a new this thing just come up, and you don't know if you're having a lot of work on your hand. You don't know if you focus on that or you want to pivot to something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I pivoted to blockchain, and the issue with pivoting like that is because you don't want to restrict yourself to just
So,
one technology.
okay.
Do you get? It's always better to be a generalist than
At first.
specialize.
Okay.
Exactly. So if you now start saying you want to just be in that space alone, do you get? How many jobs do you get in demand and everything? Do you get? I think that was like one challenge that I really faced at some point, because
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be in webflow, no, blockchain, web3 and everything, and the technology is really vast.
Mm.
Do you get? And then I was thinking, should I learn After Effects for it? Should I? So you
Mm.
see yourself just going through circles. Do
Mm.
you get? And you have like a lot of work you want to do, a lot of
Mm.
like normal office work you're
Yeah, you're
doing,
nine to
and you're
five,
trying to
as
think
well as
about,
yeah.
should I leave this place? And I think the worst part was even when I was like, just freelancing,
Okay.
and I felt like, what, should I just focus on blockchain and
Mm.
Web3? Do you get it? I think that's like a very big challenge that people should. I think I always say, I don't know, it depends on you, but I think one thing that you wouldn't do
Mm.
as a designer is to just focus on one thing
Mm-hmm.
alone. Like
Mm-hmm.
focus on just, let's assume you're a game, let's say you're just a game designer,
Mm.
and you're just restricting yourself to that
Okay.
technology. You don't want to get your hands on any technology and
Mm.
everything. Do you understand?
Mm.
So I think that's like one big issue that a lot of designers face, because we don't know if we should learn all the software, if you should learn HTML. Since in
Mm.
fact, there's a time I started learning HTML, I was confused.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
because when I was doing that, I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Mm.
Like, should I learn HTML,
Mm.
CSS? Would that give me more money and
Mm.
everything? I was just chasing the wrong things. Do you
Mm.
get? I was just chasing the wrong thing. I think that was like one big challenge that
Mm.
I faced, and I
Mm.
think I came out of, and I realized that, what, basically it's like design thinking that matters. Like, what strategy am I using? What approach am
Mm.
I using to design? What kind of process, what kind of design process am I taking to solve a particular problem? With
Mm.
that approach, you can solve problems.
Mm.
Another approach I did was, if I know that there's a new technology happening, instead of me trying to push my head, trying to learn all the softwares in this, like, trust me, I learned HTML and CSS, so I stopped it really, because I was like, I want to learn everything, I want to do
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
Maybe I should focus on this one. Maybe I should
Mm.
focus on front end. Do you understand? It was just I
Mm.
was not going anywhere. I was just going everywhere, but I was going nowhere. Do you understand? So like,
Yeah, I can totally relate to that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like one thing that I did was, as artificial intelligence that came out now, what I did
Mm-hmm.
was I had to learn how to use it in product design.
Mm.
Not like, oh, I want to put on my bag. You can put on your
Mm.
bag, I don't know, but I
It's
don't.
a risk, Sha. You can
But
take
you
that
can
risk.
learn these softwares to
Mm-hmm.
help you in your
Yeah.
process,
Mm.
in your design process.
Mm-hmm.
Like After Effects to help you design something, maybe an interactions or something
Mm.
better. But
Mm.
you now trying to chuck all your eggs there. It's not
Mm.
it. It's
So
really
how do
good.
you now figure out, that you wanted to stick with, what you're doing right now? How did you decide that, oh, I mean, I've gotten my blockchain certificate, I've learned HTML and CSS. How did you figure out what was the best thing for you to do? Like, I know that there's no formula, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was that thing that informed your decision?
Obviously, like I said, like you said, there's no formula.
Mm-hmm.
There's no big break. There's no big bang or exactly that tells you this. But I feel like when you just start knowing the importance of like design, product design, UI UX design, you start seeing like the user's needs. You start seeing that it's the most important part of design is your approach,
Mm-hmm.
your human design methods. What kind of method are you going to use to solve problem? There's a focus that there's a time your focus shifts from I just did music app or I just
Okay.
did food app
Mm.
to this CTA. What's the best CTA for it? What's the best copy for
Okay.
this? What's the best this for that? And I realized that I could actually go into any industry
Mm.
and break into any industry if I'm using this kind of approach.
Mm. Okay.
Because if you go into a new industry, you would, as long as they put you there, they need your service and everything, you would learn. You can always learn on the job.
Mm.
But what kind of approach are you using to learn on the job? Do you
Mm.
get it? You can always blend in. A lot of
Mm.
designers that probably don't even have a Web3 certificate
Mm.
and they work in Web3 and they are
Mm.
doing it well just
Mhm.
because they now understand the business. Do you understand
Mm.
how the business works?
Mhm.
Do you get? They understand how the business works. They are familiar with the business. They understand what
Mm.
the business needs are and what the users of the business needs are as well.
Mhm.
So like there's a way your design approach changes to
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
that kind of pattern and you
Mm.
don't know that okay, I
Okay.
can break
So
into
I
it.
guess that comes with maturity in the
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah, exactly true.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your perspectives, right? So we also I know we want to talk about how you balance work and life because
Right.
everything you have said, right, sounds like a lot for one person. And we
I'm
know
telling
out
you.
there, we know that there are people designers working like three
Mm-hmm.
jobs, right?
Mm.
How do like first of all, I wonder how is that even possible, right?
Yeah.
But then how do you even like how would you say how would you say you know when you have a good work life balance? How would you qualify a good work life balance to be?
I would say that for me, I would when when I notice that when I notice a slight frustration,
Mhm.
it may not really necessarily be maybe hormones or I don't know what it's called, but
Mhm.
when I notice that I am when I see work to do, like I'm tired, I'm frustrated, like
Mm.
I just I just don't want to
Mhm.
I don't want to delve, I don't want to indulge.
Mm.
Like it's already draining.
Mm.
I feel tired already.
Mm.
I know that okay, there's something wrong.
Mhm.
I either need to take a leave, or I start questioning, is this place actually good for me? Do you understand? If I'm being honest, or maybe I get a call. There's no boundaries
Okay.
when it comes to work in a
Mm.
workspace. When I'm supposed to rest on a Saturday, I see myself maybe working on a Saturday or getting
Mm.
calls
Mm.
on Saturdays that I'm supposed to be resting. Or when it's weekend, I'm thinking about work that I've
Mm.
not done.
Mm.
Even if I had worked a lot during the
Over the
weekday, over the weekday, if I knew that okay, probably I didn't really do anything, that's fine. You can push your work to the
mm.
weekend.
Mm.
But you know that you've done a lot on the weekend,
And
you've
still carrying
experienced
over.
burnout, but you're still thinking about work. They're
Mhm.
supposed to do. Hey, I'm not done work. I'm not done
Mm.
my work. I think there are a lot of things I'm not. Okay, then, all right. There's
Those are
something.
the signals
Yeah,
for you,
that's
right?
signal that yeah, there's something going on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. But then you know you're doing your own personal thing too, aside from your 9 to 5. How do you balance the two?
Hmm. It's not easy. Let's not lie. It's not easy, but I think I always find time. So one thing I learned to do was to start planning because I never used to plan and it just made me I just do everything at the
Mm.
same
You're just
time
all over the place.
all over the place. So one thing I learned, I always do it every time. Immediately I am tired or I feel stressed mentally, I'm having blocker. I close my laptop. I know that I have timeline. Trust me, I can rest for an hour, 2 hours. I close my laptop. I rest. I watch a movie in the middle of me working.
Mhm.
I learned that thing. And I do it a lot. If I know that I'm already experiencing burnout, I just close my laptop, close my phone, and pick up my phone and watch a movie or just rest for a while for 10. Because if you're sick or if something happens to you,
Mhm.
the company you're working for will move on,
Honestly,
whether you like
because
it or not.
they still have to achieve their own goals.
Exactly, whether you like it or not. So if you see that me, what I do personally
Mm.
is on the weekend, my weekends are actually very free.
Mhm.
The only time I carry my laptop and I probably have work that I've not done, I've not finished is on Sundays. I just leave. Okay, you know what? Okay, I have to. I'll complete this thing on a Sunday in the evening or something like that. But during the weekday, when I know that I have I'm already tired. I feel stressed already, or I'm expressing. But it's just the way I feel. I just close my laptop. I don't care. I'm sorry, but I close my laptop. I don't know if people that are behind this, but I close my laptop for an hour or 2 hours, and I rest because I know that I don't want to get. It's my body. My health is my wealth. I cannot function if I drain myself. I'm sorry, but I know someone that died just because he was like in a toxic space.
Oh no.
He was working so hard. I mean, this guy was sick, and his boss had the guts to tell him, if you're sick, you'd not die now. You should carry his work to his office, to his hospital, to the hospital. Like, people work in toxic environments that they feel like because of the money,
because of the salary,
because of the salary,
your life.
because of the salary, they don't have a choice. Let me just work. It's the economy of Nigeria. Sorry, I'm not like that though. I will not do that. I will not fix my life for another man. But I will give you my best. I promise I will give you my best. But when I feel like I'm experiencing that burnout, I will just take a break. I always take break. In fact, I have like in my wall, I put like all these sticky notes of I just plan my day with my sticky notes. On the first one I have my sticky notes. On the second one I have my my the good motivational words I say to myself, positive affirmations I say to myself. So when I look at them, my planning, you can see take a break. Everybody's take break. I love that. I love taking breaks because I don't want to burn out. Yeah. So
and then of course you give your best when you're in your best mental space
like
too,
you can't be having mental health issues. Everybody has mental health issues. You can't add to it.
right.
You can't add to your mental health issues.
So what I really want to know is, you say you plan, right? But how do you actually find time for your personal projects? Because I honestly feel like Beyonce has maybe 50 hours in a day. Because now that I'm an adult, I'm like, how does she do all these things in 24 hours? But like, is it possible? Like, is it possible to? Have you found yourself being able to?
I mean, we have the weekend, so I mean that's like that's like you don't have a choice. Number one, I am young. I don't really have a lot of responsibility, if I'm being honest. I'm just taking care of myself. You can't really compare me to someone that is married, that has kids and stuff like that. Like, it's going to be different, if I'm being honest. So as young as I am, and I want to kill myself for work, I'm not gonna have fun. Do you understand? Exactly. So if I have the weekend, I still take the weekend to myself. For my other personal projects, what I do is I still work in. So what I do is since I say I plan, right? I can do my work 3 times a week. I know 1 hour. Trust me, every 1 hour that you spend doing something, it's a very big achievement, right? So I can give myself 1 hour, 30 minutes to my own personal stuff. And sometimes I just wait till like evening, night, because that's when I like work better. I work at night, do my stuff, and slam my laptop.
You said slam your laptop, like
on Friday from afternoon like this, I'm off.
Okay, nice. So you always make your time.
No, I always make time for myself.
Relax and awesome. I love that actually. I think that actually, captures work-life balance. But not in this life to just work and work and work and work and work. So I think
I still advise a lot of people to every month take out money for yourself to enjoy. You see that money that you're holding, you're saving. Go to the movies one day. Just do it. You don't necessarily have to go out every weekend. You can stay at home in the weekend, but there's sometimes that you just take care of yourself. You need it like a form of therapy. People say no, trust me, just go out for lunch with a friend, go to the movies or something, and maybe get yourself clothes, do something for yourself every month. Trust me, it really helps. Really,
I think I also believe in that too, because it even motivates me to work more.
Exactly.
By the time I've used that one weekend to like do my nails, do my hair,
your lashes, everything.
And then you're like, oh, my money is nice.
I go to the spa. No. You spend your money on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, spend your money on yourself.
Exactly. You actually get to enjoy the work of your labor. It's amazing. I love that. Okay, imposter syndrome. Now we're going to the real hard stuff. What do you think about imposter syndrome?
I feel like it's a very deadly disease.
A disease, okay.
Yeah, it can kill fast.
Okay, kill dreams, right?
it kills dreams, it kills personality. I feel like it subconsciously kills. If you're not self-aware, like you need to start, becoming self-aware. Because if you're not self-aware, you would, indulge in that space, and it just start killing you, and you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. You see, that thing is it's very deadly. Believe me, it's very deadly.
So, like, have you ever experienced it in your career?
Everybody has. I feel like if you say you have one, then
maybe you're not actually self-aware.
Yeah, because you being able to become self-aware is because of some of the challenges and stuff you've actually really faced and stuff like that. So I'll talk from personality wise, designer wise, anything wise in this life, right? Even as a designer, right? You get imposter syndrome. Should I post this? One of my design is not nice. Ugh, I feel like this is not this thing. Just post it. Just do it. Look stupid. Do you understand? If you don't care, you'll be happy. If you're being honest, if you don't really care a lot, you will just start finding happiness in like stuff that you do. Just post it. Do you get don't obviously post provocative stuff, obviously, but like post your work out there. Because from the posting of your work out there, you will gain corrections, right? You would be visible. You see a lot of people on Twitter now that are really having followers, really know this and that will really help them in the long run. So just post yourself. It's not really easy, like to say, right? But then nobody can actually help you. It's like something that you do by yourself, something that you become self-aware of. One thing I always do for myself, one thing that really helped me, because I really struggled with that when I was like growing up and everything. I feel like a lot of people should start listening to podcasts. Podcasts really help. You see podcasts that like teach you self-confidence, podcasts that teach you, like a woman like me, podcasts that teach you about femininity, podcasts that teach you about this imposter syndrome stuff, even YouTube videos that help you. Those things help. I'm serious. It's like a form of self-therapy. If you keep watching them, listening to them over and over and over again, you feel like you start seeing yourself doing all those stuff. Yeah.
And I totally relate with you on that. And like you said, I think probably a lot of people probably experience imposter syndrome. And I think if you don't experience imposter syndrome, then you're actually not doing. You're probably okay. Maybe it's one or two things. You're probably maybe just a very confident person. You're like one out of a million, right?
People.
Or maybe you're just not doing anything that because I feel like it's those scary things that are the big things.
Yeah.
If you're not doing anything big, then you're not going to be scared. You're not going to have imposter syndrome. You're just, if you're just the village champion, of course, do you get what is the imposter syndrome there? But when you're going outside of your comfort zone, even starting this podcast, right? I had major imposter. I'm like, who am I to be having a podcast?
Imagine, a lot of people really listen to it. Like, I get writings and stuff like that.
I'm like, who am I really? And then even from little things like, my voice is so annoying, because when you're listening to your voice, you're like, what kind of. So for little things like that, but I had friends that told me that, see, just post it, literally, just what you said, just post it. And like you said, if you don't post it, how can you even achieve that thing you want to achieve?
How can you even know what you're doing wrong and stuff?
Exactly. It's when you post it, you can then improve, and then you now get to that point you want to be. So I totally agree with you on that.
That improve is very important, because the way you're designing today, or the way you're doing this podcast today, I give you 1 year, 2 years, it will be so, you will change. Like there's a lot of things you will learn. It may not even necessarily be like research wise. It may just be how handling the technology, and maybe getting to understand, this is a better technology that I can use this podcast to.
That's so true.
To get it. Yeah. So yeah.
That's so true. So I think the key takeaway from this in terms of imposter syndrome would be, and I know people say this a lot, right? To just do it. And I think a lot of like it's not easy.
It's not easy, but
it's not easy.
Just do it.
Like you said, I like what you said. I like the fact that I said look stupid. Will you die? Will you die?
Honestly, it's fine. It's fine. You see,
one thing
I like to do, if there are people if there are a lot of people there sitting, so they said a woman that there's a lady I watched on Instagram. It's very beautiful what she said. She was like, there's a lady that will come in here. This guy is fine. Everybody, fine, get fine. That's fine. Just look at you, continue watching, and there's someone that will walk into the room. And she will leave an impression. Who is this person? You'll be like, I want to know this person. Not like as if she's doing anything. No, she will not even really be dressed up like makeup wise, skin,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know, there's just an impression.
Mm.
So it's the impression that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Just do what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, look stupid. You would learn, you would
Mm-hmm.
improve.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? It's that stupidity that will still help you in
Mm-hmm.
the long run, whether you like
Yeah.
it or not. Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to say on this topic is we can even learn from like the giants, from the so look at
Exactly.
someone like Elon Musk now. I like
Hmm.
so as much as it's controversial, I
Mm-hmm.
like the fact that he's willing to take risks.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows he's not the smartest person on the
I'm
planet.
telling you.
I'm sure he knows, or he's not the maybe he doesn't have experience in
Mm-hmm.
this, right? But he's willing to take risk and succeed. Is
That's
that
how
not
he
what's
is.
his
And he
name?
has actually been succeeding, if we're being
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Yes.
He has actually been succeeding, if we're
Yeah.
being honest.
Like
Like, you just take risks and be consistent.
right.
Just try to be consistent with what you're doing. I have a lot of people that tell me, I don't like UX, I like UI. You have a lot to learn. Do you understand? You would, if you start
As in these are
saying that,
beginners, right?
yeah,
Oh
obviously,
wow, okay.
like, obviously they're beginner, they don't really, you get,
Mm.
when they come into like working system, like, if you start saying that at that time, when you see you run away from, and you know UX is UX is not more important, but like the experience is like the overall, right?
Mm.
So you need to understand, okay, what are the process am I going to take?
Mm.
Because tomorrow you can work as a specialist, you can work in a
Mm.
startup. Your first
Mm.
job can be in a startup.
Mm.
Do you understand? So like you will just it will, if you feel like if you start looking like I don't, maybe you're studying and there's a lot of UX you're studying, just feel like I can't do this, and you just drop it, not knowing that, oh, actually you might have succeeded in that field or something like that. You will just drop it because you feel like, it's too much UX, I don't want to. When you're taking Google UX design, they go teach you UX that, yeah, so it's easy for you to stop learning and stuff like that. So I feel like be consistent, just try. It's sacrifice. There's nobody has it too easy. If I'm being honest, everybody sacrificed one thing or the other. It could be time, it could be anything. So just sacrifice it. Yeah.
I think I can totally relate with that. Thank you so much, Jennifer. So
You're
I guess the key
welcome.
takeaway is, like we've said, is one, just be willing to try, just go ahead
Yeah.
and do it, and secondly, be consistent about it.
Mhm.
So, and then, you said stick through the hard parts, right? So when that hard time comes, just be ready to continue.
Pray to God that God, I'm your daughter.
As in,
keep me strong.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the final thing I wanted to talk about was comparison. The thief of what they call it, the thief of joy, right? Comparison, the thief of joy. What do you think about comparison, like in your experience? Have you experienced it? And if you did, how did you come out of it?
If we're being real, even till today, a lot of people will still compare. It may not be consciously, like it's like it might be a subconscious thing. A lot of people do compare themselves with people, not because it's not like it's not toxic. It's not really toxic. It's just something that happens. People tell you don't compare, but my own is, if you're comparing yourself to this person, what are you comparing yourself with? Are you comparing yourself to be better, to improve in yourself? Like, okay, I like the way this person does this. I think my own approach can be this. I would like to, not like I want to be this person, right? But I don't mind having, like, for example, you see like a high valued woman, right? And you like how she dresses, you like, oh, I don't have this clothes, I don't need this thing. Okay, so what can I do to be high valued as well? What can I do? You're picking like the most important things. You're not picking things that are like really, vain. A lot of people do compare themselves, especially when they see like a lot of junior designers compare themselves with senior designers. This will took years. Before they became that, they were like you. And I need people to understand. Where I am right now, people think, oh, this girl, I don't do anything. There's something I don't even know.
All of us are literally just going by the fly of hand, or how they call it. We are literally just based on our past knowledge and experience.
Social media has worsened it. If I'm being honest, social media has worsened. You don't even know what people are going through in those stores.
True.
You don't know if people are
all you see is what they want you to see, right?
So you need to actually, because it's quite toxic, right? You need to actually like start looking at, okay, weigh your options. I want to be better, but in what approach do I want to be better? Like, do you understand? If you're comparing yourself to, this girl can design better than me, okay, how can I design better? What books can I read? What can I do better to help myself? Not like, this girl can design better, then you kill yourself. I will not post it because she can design better. It's not, that's when you're now killing your spirit. That's when you're now killing yourself. Do you get it? So yeah, everybody compares. If we're being honest, even till today, I can go on Instagram and see someone maybe posting a nice, someone has done a nicer UX resource hub than me, and say, I want to be, fighting against yourself. You're not really fighting against anybody. She's resting in her house and trying to, only her knows how she's trying to be better. Only her knows how she got there. But you, what kind of steps are you taking? I always tell people that before you climb the ladder, you have to start from the ground. You can't just climb the ladder and go. You can't fly. You're not Superman. So even if you're in the middle, stop looking down. Even if you're in the middle, stop looking too high. Just keep going where you are right at that point in time. Do you understand? Just keep moving. Just keep taking that step little by little. Because if you keep looking down, you just see that you're not moving. If you keep looking up, you just say, should I even continue? It's not so, you might even get there. You get, so you're probably in one space. So you just need to keep moving. At the end of the day, you still get to the top of that ladder, whether you like it or not. You will get there if you are actually really
what
trying
if you now
to.
even find out there's another ladder?
You'll be climbing,
There's even another ladder. Like
another ladder up, with that person. And that person at the top is saying, yeah, there's another person. You don't even know what you get it. So like
maybe it's even an aeroplane that is even there.
This life is a roller coaster. Don't go and put yourself inside problem thinking this person has it easy. Nobody really has it easy. Let's be honest. Don't forget about what you see on social media. The person you're looking at probably is thinking about how they will feed their child or think how they will,
or maybe they have something, maybe I don't know, maybe they have, I don't know, a health issue. You don't even know. All you know is what you're seeing. Do you understand? So just do your own, be where you are in your life. I feel like I don't know how I say it, but I would say with contentment comes gratitude, or with gratitude comes contentment. I don't know how to put it. Be grateful where you are. If you look back, you will see that you are not where you are, except you are if you say I'm the same person, then check yourself. There's a problem. You are probably not doing something to grow. I know a lot of people that was selling ice cream, and you see them when they post their before and after. They're probably in masters or probably did something. Do they have two heads? Do you understand? So if you say, I never grew 1 year ago, or things got worse or something, it is life, yes, but what are you doing it's not easy. Let's be honest with ourselves. But there's some things that we cannot control in life. So are you gonna keep hitting your head on things that you can't control and be stagnant in that space, or you're going to try to see how can I move from where I am right now? Just try. Just move. Like leave whoever is driving Jeep, whoever is driving that may not be your story. Your story might be when you're 30, when you're 35. That's when you drive your own massive Jeep. That's when you have a very big break. And that person's story can be when they're 26, when they're 27. It's different. So you just need to walk in your own space at that point in time, but knowing fully well that I'm actually making a lot of effort on myself. I can totally relate. And speaking on comparison, right? One thing I've realized is don't just compare, like analyze. And let me explain. When you're comparing, you're just saying, this person is better than me. What's the outcome? What have you learned? Right? What I do is I analyze. Okay, what made this person? And this is one of the things I love LinkedIn for. I will go on person's LinkedIn. I don't care if they see, this person has come my LinkedIn every day. I will go and see what are the things this person did. I will now analyze that information based on my own, like put it side by side and say, okay, this is what this person has done. Maybe I'll look at 10 people that are where I want to be. These are what all these people did. This is where I am. Okay, now I'm not just comparing. I'm saying, okay, this is what I can learn from what they've all done, right? Based on all the information I have about them, this is what I can learn from what they've all done. So that means maybe I have to go and do this. I have to get this experience. I have to learn this or that, right? So I'm creating a plan. So from if you just compare, you will never actually learn anything. You will never get to where you want to be. But if you actually put in that effort and say, nobody dashed anybody, right? So even Tinubu, nobody dashed him presidency, right? He worked for it, right? So you too create a plan for how you want to. How you want to get to where you want
designer
to be.
Babe that is really this thing. If you check her Instagram down or something, you'll see the effort.
She has been at it for
she has made
years.
A lot of It's not just
she didn't just come up today.
You can't say you want to make big break in 6 months. Calm down. She has been at it till today. She's still consistent. What makes you want to buy her book? What makes you want to buy her shirt? What makes you? Do you understand? She's been at it for years consistently. Do you understand?
I totally relate. And I think actually we've mentioned designer baby a couple of times. So I'm going to make sure I link her Instagram
Yeah,
to this Rich
exactly.
Mitch. If you guys don't know, that's one of my
She's
inspirations.
a very amazing woman. To be
Yes.
honest, she's actually very amazing. I feel
And
like
she has
anything she learns from
audacity.
them. Yeah, she
I
does.
I need that audacity.
I'm
She has
telling you.
audacity.
I
I
mean,
love that.
the girl is
And she works hard.
she works really hard. It's very easy for you to start comparing yourself to someone like that without knowing the kind of sacrifices she made to get to where she is. She made a lot of sacrifices, to be honest. I mean, this girl started wine and design. She did wine and design. This,
I thought she had imposter syndrome at that time. So she say, why am I doing? Why am I doing
how many
this?
people would I get this space? Would I do this? Would they give me this? Would they? A lot of people showed up. That's just how it is. To be honest, life is. Yeah, to be honest, I'm a very private person. I don't like to be outside. I hate. I don't hate social media, but I don't really like to be seen on social media.
Please, you people need to go and check out her Instagram.
But
you people need to go and check out her.
I said Instagram.
Okay.
And at some point, I was very tired because my personality, I'm already tired of social media. In fact, I can disable my social media or deactivate my social media. Okay. Not like I don't. You get? I go on social media to laugh. I can laugh because I love cruise. I love to laugh for Africa. But I just realized that okay, I'm posting content. I'll just continue. I know that that's my person is. I don't want anybody to see my face. If left to me, nobody should see my face. Nobody should know how I look like. But I mean, it's. I know the kind of feedbacks I get from people. I know the kind of God bless you for this, God bless you for that I'm getting. I know the kind of I just check when I want somebody say, please what's the name of your this again? I want to go and look for that inspiration.
And actually, UX Resource Hub is a place where you can actually go back to. You know how you can go back to and say, I remember that we did, I saw this here.
I want to find icons. Where can I even find icons from?
Yes, I love that. And your Instagram, one of my favorite pieces of content is that one where you said you explained to your mom, Taya, this is what I do, this is what I do.
My
so
mom
you work with Mark Zuckerberg or something.
I said that could happen with my mom, like, Mom, what are you saying? I beg go. So my mother, I think when I was working in Access Bank, my mother thought she worked in Access. She's the one that used to develop all there. I said, "Oh man, what are you saying? Why?"
But that also shows how much
pride. She loves it. Like in fact, when she hears you're a product designer, you're designing a website. So okay, Jenny, come and see. My Facebook is now working.
Oh, that's like,
amazing. It's amazing for real. Like
that's amazing.
My parents are quite supportive, so
I love that.
You can be a dancer. They will support.
Are you serious? Oh, that's amazing.
Honestly speaking, you can be a dancer. They will support you.
That's amazing. I love that. So, do you think that has contributed to you being, I don't know, who you are today?
Exactly. I think my mom, exactly my dad. In fact, my two of them are just. When I started it, though, they didn't know. Because I told you, like I said, it was a very dark moment of my life. Not something that I definitely want to talk about. But like, they didn't know what it was. They just felt like they were just looking. They just after my own mental health. Like they just felt like, okay, just don't do it. Don't you get? But when I told them that they shouldn't worry. That it feels like it's really helping me and everything. And when I got my first job, all the jobs I've gotten, like it's been sweet. You're like sweet money.
Jenny. Uzoamaka,
my product designer.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, exactly. So they've been supportive. Very from when I was young, when I used to dance. I know nobody knows I used to dance. I'm not dancing my life right now, but I used to dance, and my parents would allow me go for rehearsal to morning to night.
Wow.
And they really supported me and everything.
I love that. So get to a supportive parent too.
I swear.
Parents be supportive of your kids, right?
Yes, so I love that. You don't know where their big break can be, if I be honest.
I love that. So before we round up, Jennifer, could you share like maybe what would you say are like the key takeaways or the key pieces of advice that people can get from this episode?
So I would say that you should be in your present moment, but in your present moment try to take your journey with kindness. Give yourself a bit of grace. You're not a superhero. You're not a robot. You are a human being, and being human is prone to experience a lot of challenges in your life and stuff like that. So how you overcome those challenges are now dependent on you. What kind of sacrifices are you going to take to pull yourself out of the hole that you are in? You're not dead, so you can't be in so much of danger except if you committed crime or something like that. So where you are in that present moment, try to be content. It's not easy to be content, but try to be grateful, to be content with that, with where you are, and try to keep working on yourself. Believe in yourself. It's not easy to say, but I cannot help you believe in yourself. You can only help you believe in yourself. Try to believe you can do it. Try to make mistakes. It's okay. You can make mistakes. It's okay. Nobody died for making mistakes. It's for making mistakes that you become a better person, a better designer, like stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. Just climb. Just keep swimming. You're almost at the shore. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Look at turn back when you're like 1 meter away.
Stop. You're looking at no, there's one smoke coming out in front. Let me go back.
Meanwhile,
Maybe
that's
the
where
smoke is maybe one confetti or something they are blowing on, but they are blowing for you.
You're almost here.
Almost there.
Oh God, and you're not gonna give up at that moment
Exactly.
or go back.
So just move, just keep going. It's life. Life, you can't control it.
Yeah, just keep
It's
going.
something you can't control. Anything out of your control, don't be weak for that. It has happened. It happened. Move on.
Yeah.
That's how life is.
I love that. that. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
And that concludes yet another enlightening episode of The Spotlight. I want to say a heartfelt thank you to Jennifer Daniel for joining us today and sharing your wealth of insights and experiences with us. It's been a pleasure to have you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Iwa. I really enjoyed it. Trust me, I loved every bit of it. Awesome. I even learned a lot from myself.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then to all our listeners out there, remember that your journey as a designer is uniquely yours. As we've learned from Jennifer, the path to success is paved with challenges, lessons, and moments of self-discovery, and it's important to dwell in the present, right? And also give yourself grace and be grateful for where you are. So keep striving, keep innovating, and keep embracing every opportunity to learn and grow. If you found today's episode valuable, please make sure to hit that follow or subscribe button so you do not miss a future episode. And of course, leave us a review to let us know your thoughts. You can stay connected with Jennifer on LinkedIn and on her Instagram. What's your Instagram called?
Uzoamaka. Okay, I think you have to put it down.
Okay, I'll put the link.
UXOAMAKA_.
Okay, awesome. I'll put the link in the show notes. So stay connected with Jennifer on LinkedIn and on Instagram to stay updated with her latest endeavors and insights. The link to her profile will be in the show notes. Also, keep an eye on our Twitter handle, @thespot_light, as we share more insights there. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, remember to stay curious, stay inspired, and keep pushing the boundaries of design and innovation.